A very big welcome, Helen. For those of you who do not know Helen Sieroda, she has been one of the profound influences in the background through well over the last decade. So, Helen, you have really performed the service of being a trustee for well over 10 years, and the last three of which you were co chair with Diana Whitmore. So, just a resounding thank you, because, of course, our work at the Trust is guided by the involvement of our trustees. But so, this interview is to thank you and also to share a little bit more about how you're involved in psychosynthesis today, that it's not a flash in the pan. In fact, when we were speaking earlier, you shared that you started your psychosynthesis journey in 1983 and were the first group that went through as a whole training group. So even though you were given the group number as group number three, in fact, in a lot of ways, you were the first group. So it's clear to say that psychosynthesis has informed your life and your work. Today, you run a wonderful coaching training, Wise Goose, which is accredited by the Association for Coaching and the Institute of Leadership. And you're an accredited master coach. Can you share a little bit more about what that means to you as I introduce you, Helen?
Well, I'm kind of thinking that's a lot of decades under my belt in the field of psychosynthesis, isn't it? And
It is.
yeah, we can't talk about all of it. So let's just say I think I could say that psychosynthesis has been a key part of my work since I began the training. So I have never not done it. It has found its way into everything I've done. I spent 25 years helping to set up Psychosynthesis Academy in Sweden and get that established. And I was a trainer and supervisor, so I was definitely using my psychosynthesis training full on then. And then in Wise Goose, the school of coaching that I run, um, we call it coaching with a soul. So sometimes people call it transpersonal coaching. That does run at the heart of it, although I am very clear it's not a psychosynthesis training. That's not what I set up to do. I didn't set up to do a psychosynthesis training, but it runs into um, everything, it underpins a lot of what we
Yeah.
do. And other things have come in as well. I mean, I've had other influences over the years. But psychosynthesis is uh, definitely inseparable from me. I wouldn't know how to take the psychosynthesis out of me.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I think I would like to acknowledge that us meeting and you having a place to be honored really for all that you've done for the trust is part of a decision that our current trustees have made because it feels so important to recognize people who from the from the past right the way through.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
thank you. Mm.
yeah. And I really appreciate it as well. I haven't. I mean, I stopped being a trustee before COVID, um, but it was, I was very committed, and the well-being of the trust is something that I continue to care about. And you're doing really well, and I want to congratulate you for the good job that you and the current board are doing. So yeah, it's nice to be appreciated, isn't it?
I think for our communities, because 1983 is a significant period of time. You know, I think many people just starting their journey might want to hear about how psychosynthesis has guided you in your life and work.
Well, the shape of that's changed over the years, and
Mm.
the practices have some rise to the surface and some fall away. I think in the early days, working with transpersonal qualities was really powerful, transformative in the early days when I was in training. And I think working with the I self, has definitely that's definitely something that that keeps me sane today and has kept me kind of sane all the way through. More lately, what I went to the institute in Italy and I've done several of their summer schools, but on one of them a few years ago, I went with an open mind and in the archive just saw what came to me. And what came to me was writings by Assagioli around joy. And the older I get, the more the more his words on joy feel like almost the essence of the teaching. At these times, not to deny suffering, not to deny the, the state of the world, which Assagioli never did, but also to say we have a choice about how we view that. And I think the transpersonal quality of joy is the one that I quite like to take with me to the grave, really, wherever that comes.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. And which of the concepts, so of course you've mentioned transpersonal qualities, but which concepts are important to you? I can remember years ago you recommending that I bring into a particular piece of work ideal models. Is there anything else that you notice that you pick up from time to time?
Well, quite a bit of it is embedded in the training that I do, the coach training.
Yeah.
One of the things that I really enjoy doing is working with duality and the balancing and synthesis of opposites. And that I think is more relevant than ever, not just on a personal level, but on a geopolitical and a sociocultural level. And the loyal soldier, you may or may not still teach the loyal
We
soldier,
do.
but I do teach the loyal soldier. I researched who the last loyal soldier really was. I have photos of him. I know his name. I know what he did next. So
What did he do next?
do you want to know? Well, he he went to South America and became a farmer, probably cows, I'm guessing. And he lived to a ripe old age and had a family. I think he died when he was in his 80s. His name was Hiro Onoka, something like that. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
And in fact, I'm in the process of designing a workshop I'm going to do with Diana up at Findhorn on age, growing older. And a kind of a key part of that is going to be looking at the balancing and synthesis of opposites. In other words, those conflicting pulls that we have between the subpersonalities. What do I let go of? What do I hold on to? I want to do stuff, but I need to rest. So that's going to be coming in there.
Oh, wonderful. Um, that sounds really interesting. So, kind of looking at the inevitable paradoxes that are perplexing throughout life, and
Absolutely. And
particularly,
the play of paradox, I think, is a key part of working transpersonally. How do we make that synthesis? How do we accommodate the paradox? I think it was Rumi who said that we need two wings to fly, and that's the play of paradox. So you can't do
yeah,
it one wing.
brilliant. I'd love to speak to you for much longer, and we're coming to the end of the time that we've got allocated. Is there any last things? We will put your website for your coach training for those people that are interested on this video.
Well, I would say also that people are welcome to get in touch with me. I'm always happy to have a chat about psychosynthesis. So, don't hesitate if you want to follow
Thanks.
anything up. Well, I think what I would want to say is that the psychosynthesis as a whole has been so good to me throughout my life. It has been a good friend to me, and I am really grateful for having met psychosynthesis and been
Mm,
part of that family for so long. And and so I think I'm kind of grateful to have had the opportunity to do the training, to do this as my work, to integrate it into other ways of working, to still work with Diana. Um,
mhm,
it's just a treat. Uh,
mm,
so yeah, and it has it is open enough. If any of your listeners are thinking of where is it going to take me, I would say if it has kept me happy for so many decades with my low boredom threshold and with all of the other things that I've integrated because I've done other stuff, then it's kind of free and open enough, but with enough structure to inform a life for the better.
Thank you so much. And we'll put down, so we've got at the end of this video some contact details for
Yeah,
you.
that would be great.
Much appreciation, Helen.
Yeah.
Thank you for all you've done in service of the trust.
And thank you to the board for inviting me to come and say hello.
Oh, go well.
Okay, thank you.